He didn't want to become an actor. He doesn't look like a typical actor. And he definitely doesn't behave like one, which in fact is the best of the three. But yet, his first solo starrer was a runaway blockbuster and a career-altering one. Friends, please welcome Bollywood's Mr. Congeniality, Aditya Roy Kapur, who is on a roller coaster ride in the race of stardom. Aditya, welcome to Starry Nights.
Thank you so much for having me, sir.
What is the frame of mind you are exactly in now?
Right now, exactly, I'm in the frame of mind of keeping my posture very good because these are the straightest chairs I've ever sat on in my life. There's no chance to slouch.
So you know,
this is on your game.
Yeah, this is metaphorical. It's a very straightforward show.
Yes.
You better not lie over here.
Yeah.
Whatever the questions will be straightforward and your answers ought to be absolutely straightforward.
You'll see, sir.
Just have fun.
Just
have fun.
Okay.
So whom are you having an affair with?
Who am I having an affair? Straight to the point, sir.
Straight to the point.
Currently, nobody, sir, actually, come to think of it.
Just because you're not doing any film doesn't mean you don't have an affair.
It does mean that. No, I'm just joking. But currently, I'm not really in a relationship with anyone or...
No, but tell me, this is a perquisite of being an actor?
What?
The affairs?
No, it's part of being a human being. It's not just...
So the perquisite part is that you get written about and spoken about.
Yeah, I think that's just the name of the game.
And you enjoy that?
Sometimes you enjoy it, sometimes you don't enjoy it. It depends.
When do you not enjoy it?
When it is a lot of stuff that is in true, and a lot of times it is in true, but I can say there's no smoke without fire, and sometimes it is, and of course, the journalists do find out things that, you know, that exist, but a lot of times it's a lot of stuff that just isn't true. But honestly, I don't let it get to me too much. I just kind of...
So you aren't actually affected by what is written about you? Or
not
you do
too much. Not too much, no.
Whether it's your reviews, whether it's about your films or about your personal life?
I would say that if it's about my films and about my work, it's something I would take notice of. Because that's actually people, if it's from people's point of view that I respect, then it's definitely something that I look at and maybe get upset about or look at it as constructive criticism. But when it comes to my personal life, more often than not, so I found a way to develop a thick skin. I just let it go because...
So at first it used to affect you?
No. Actually, it never really has affected me. Never really has affected me because I believe that if you're going to get into worrying about that, then the mood for your day is going to be decided by everything you read about yourself in the morning. You're going to be a wreck. So just read it. Sometimes you don't even know half the rumors are out there. I swear.
And you like to keep abreast of what's written about you and about your contemporaries or not really?
Not that much. You know, I'm not on social media at all. So I am not that connected to what is happening every day.
And this is intentional?
I don't know, but I'm quite happy this way. I believe that
it doesn't really affect.
The people that I never kept in touch with, I never wanted to keep in touch with, I guess.
Are you a recluse? By any chance?
From time to time.
Okay. When do you go into your shell?
It depends. When I'm not working, when I don't have work, actually I'm happiest when I'm working. When I don't have work, I find that Bombay is also a city that it's not the ideal place to be when you don't have anything to do. There's not much you can do in the city. There's not, and as an actor and someone...
Exactly.
Even in general also, it's not like we have public places to go, not that we have much of like art and culture that's happening. It is better now than it was before, but it's nowhere as close to, you know, other places.
But being an actor, obviously you don't want to go anywhere and everywhere. There are restrictions. You can't move about freely.
I'm still fighting against that because I used to really do anything I wanted. I used to go to rock shows. I used to go to bars. I used to do normal everyday stuff. And I'm still kind of rebelling against that. I still end up going, like if my friends are all going to some DJs coming and playing,
you wouldn't miss
I still go. I wear my cap. I wear my shorts. Half the night you are taking selfies, but some nights you have a great time and you know, you get by. I find it tough to let go of that completely.
So what is the craziest thing you've done after becoming a star?
The craziest thing I've done after becoming a star.
Defying rules, like...
Yeah, defying rules, like, just like, once I traveled on a local train with a friend.
And were you mobbed?
And no, somehow I've mastered the art of kind of not being...
Achha, you wear those caps.
Yeah, I'm quite good at it, actually. I'm actually contemplating getting a prosthetic made. I feel like, just a simple thing, you know, nowadays with technology and all, just something which you attach, put on a cap, just change your face a little bit and you're good.
But tell me, any star, for that matter, would want to be mobbed. It gives you a high. It gives you a nice feeling that you're recognized, you're especially those who are not stars, love that life. And I think I've heard many stars saying that we live for this day. We live for the time when people mob us, people rush to us.
I'll be lying if I say I don't enjoy that as well. But I enjoy both.
Okay.
I know you can't have everything you want, but somewhere I'm looking for that. Where of course I love the adulation, where somewhere I might be used to it also. Somewhere if it's not there, I might feel like empty without it. I'm not discounting all of that and how much positivity and how wanted it makes you feel and how good it makes you feel. That's one thing for sure. But I'm still yearn for being able to live my life the way I want to in other ways.
You said, that especially when you don't have work, you don't know what to do in Bombay. But you don't have work out of choice. Because I don't think any star who has given a blockbuster called Ashiki 2 can be out of work. It must be out of choice that you're not signing films.
I think so, yeah. Which is something that I'm not proud of. I'm not happy about. I love being on set. I want to do more films. I think it's important at this stage in my career to be seen more. But I just don't find it that I'm able to force myself to do something if I don't believe in it completely. But going forward, I want to change that about myself. I don't want to be doing as less work as I am doing right now. So it is out of choice, but I want to change that.
And it's out of choice because you're not getting the right kind of films, or what is it?
Because I find that the scripts that I've read are not exciting me enough. One might argue to say the ones that I've done in the last couple of years excited me but didn't do well, but that's fine. That's the name of the game. I still believed in it when I went into it.
How does it feel when your films flop? I mean, what is your instant reaction when you get to know that this film hasn't worked, that it has been rejected by the public?
It's pretty hard,
Yeah?
It is, because you worked so hard on it, and of course, these films, they take so long that you create these images in your mind. You think it's going to do a certain thing, and people are going to say a certain thing about it. And when it doesn't go that way, it is hard to hear. Everyone in the team, it just changes everything, and it's pretty tough. But I started my career with films that didn't do well, so I kind of started from there. So I didn't really know what a successful film felt like till Ashiki and Ye Jawani both came and changed the game for me.
Correct.
So you have to accept that this industry is a lot about ebbs and flows. There are going to be these times that are up, and there is going to be a quiet time which you can't fight the tide sometimes. Sometimes it is just not going your way. You have to accept it. And that can be tough because you might feel like it's slipping from your fingers. You might see other contemporaries doing very well. And that can play mind games with you. But it's important, if you have this faith in yourself and you know just the right thing is around the corner, you have to keep that belief,
You come from a family where everybody's in the film industry. Siddharth Roy Kapur, Kunal Kapoor, your brothers, now your sister-in-law, Vidya Balan.
Yeah.
So it's, when you all are together, it's only talking about films, or you all discuss other things also?
We discuss it. Right now, Donald Trump everywhere. I think he's become our number one. The fate of the whole world lies in that man's hands. Hopefully not, though. No, but yeah, we talk a lot about films. Yeah.
And do you discuss when you're about to sign a film? Do you discuss with your brothers?
I do.
And do you take their inputs completely, or final decision is yours, and maybe it is at variance with your brothers' input?
Final decision is always mine.
And
that's the way they like it also, because they don't want the blame later if anything goes wrong. Yeah, but more importantly, it's important to make your own mistakes, and that will give you a strong sense of self also. If you keep depending on other people's ideas, you're not really doing things the right way. So I definitely take both of their advice on things, but it's important to take the last decision.
Do they take your advice, especially Kunal Roy Kapur?
Kunal, yeah, he bounces things off me, not as much as I maybe take his advice, but yeah, he does. He does ask me what I think about a certain thing here and there. So that also now and then, believe it or not.
No, I believe you. I believe you. And what is it that you look for when you sign a film? Your co-star?
Oh no, of course, but that's so important as well. You're asking for different reasons.
No, I'm not asking for any reasons. Your wicked, crooked mind is thinking otherwise.
Wicked, crooked.
I said it's a very straightforward interview. What I ask is what I need.
No, of course, who you're acting with makes a big difference as well. Yeah, but the first thing you look for is who's directing it and what the idea is, and if that's something that you kind of really kind of believe in. Yeah.
But do you think, this is in a very general way, do you think stars actually understand scripts? Because there are dime a dozen examples where some good film was refused by a star, somebody else did it, and it went on to become a blockbuster, and that particular star who was approached first didn't like it. Or sometimes, like you said, that we sign films and they don't work. So do you actually think?
I think nobody knows anything.
Then what is this whole facade of, I'll hear the script and then I'll
But you have to hear it to the best of your ability. You have to take a decision based on what it is. But no one is going to be right all the the time. So I don't know if they have a better understanding or a worse. With experience, of course, they have a better understanding of themselves, how a certain subject will translate to the audience, how the audience reacts to certain things. So I think with experience comes an understanding of what works in this country and what doesn't work. But even they are wrong. So I think that goes to show that no, it's not a foolproof method.
Okay. And when you're not shooting, like you've not been shooting for quite some time,
yeah.
What do you do? What is a typical day in Aditya Roy Kapur's life?
When I'm not shooting?
Yes.
Oh, when I'm not shooting, I play a lot of sports. I play football, I play cricket, I go to the gym. There's actually nothing else, nothing to do. When I'm working, When I'm not, there's really not much to do.
So you laze around?
Sometimes, here and there, yeah.
You're an early riser?
Again, phases. Phases. Sometimes I don't, sometimes wake up late.
So when you're in an affair, you wake up late because you sleep late, or you don't sleep?
Hopefully don't sleep is the right way. That sounds like an affair.
So you're leading me on. I'm not going to ask you what do you do all night.
Currently I'm waking up very early, sir.
Aditya, when a director approaches you to sign a film and you don't like a subject, how easy or how difficult is it to turn down the offer or to tell him that, I don't think I'll be able to do this film? It must not be easy because this is a very close-knit industry.
Yeah.
Or is it easy?
It's not easy because, of course, the director has a certain vision and he completely is invested in and believes in the idea that he's, putting forward to you. So you have to handle it in the right way because you don't want to, first of all, discourage anyone from going ahead and doing what they want to do. If your equation with them is such that they want to hear what your criticism is and they value it, then it's nice to kind of give your 2 bits about what you feel about it. But apart from that, I think it's best to say that it's not working for me. And that's more often than not, it's truthful, right? It is not working for me. Maybe it'll work for someone else.
And suppose you were approached for a film. I don't know whether you've faced such a situation. You were approached for a film, you liked it, and then suddenly you realize that they have approached somebody else and somebody else has been finalized, and you have been left in the lurch.
That fortunately has not happened.
Unfortunately, we're going to say.
Fortunately has not happened. But if it did, that would be quite a shitty situation to be in. That won't be nice.
It hasn't happened with you because it happens sometimes,
It happens.
Every filmmaker wants to try his luck here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
And then select the best of the lot.
Yeah, you can't blame them as well. It's a business at the end of the day. And I think actors also sometimes sign films and then back out of it. So I think it happens both ways. It's natural. But luckily it's not happened to me. I look out for this.
People say that Fitur was produced by UTV, which was headed by your brother.
Yeah.
So they said he's got a film with Katrina Kaif, such a big film, huge budget, only because his brother was at the helm of affairs. How true is this allegation?
Well, it's been around for years actually. Even when I did Guzarish as a supporting actor, at that time also Siddharth was in UTV. So it's not something new I heard. But actually we don't take it too seriously anymore because it's been around and people have said it for so long and it's a natural thing to say. If I would have also looked at it from the outside, and from the outside it would seem like, oh yeah, they're brothers, maybe he's giving his brother work. But luckily enough, the big successes that came in my career came outside of that whole thing, So then people realize that, maybe there is no way to this. And yeah, we have actually kept our careers very separate. And since he is, it's a company at the end of the day, it's not his own production house. So that kind of partiality can't exist in an environment like that. It has to come from an outside director who sees the potential in me. In fact, he would go to the extent of not even being part of those decisions. So, but you can't take that too hard. Yeah, it's fine.
Have you ever complained to your brother, you're in such a position, you can't even get 2 films for me?
Oh, no, not at all.
You don't you don't believe in embarrassing your brother.
Or myself. That's not. If that day comes, I'll ask him, no? If the day comes where no one wants to cast me in any film and I'm desperate, I'll ask my brother. Why not?
Do you sometimes fear that day? Suppose nobody wants to.
I think somewhere deep down as an actor, you're going job to job. You're waiting for someone to employ you. At the end of the day, you don't know where your next job is coming from sometimes. So at the heart of it, it is somewhere there as a fear because it's not a steady job. You have to people need to keep employing you. So yeah, maybe that is there. That we should keep going and it should keep going well, hopefully.
And then, who's your support system when such thoughts come to your mind?
You have to, I think, be your most important. You have to be able to take that on yourself. Of course, it's important to have like my family, my mom and my dad and everyone. They're there, but you have to be able to quell those thoughts on your own, so you don't. You keep that dialogue with yourself.
Aditya, did you ever decide to become an actor and work towards it, or what was it? How did
actually it just happened. Yes. I was a VJ with
exactly,
a music channel, and then
so it was not as if from VJ to films
No, I thought I never grew up watching films also. So I was never like this guy that wanted to. People would say as a Vijay, "Arey, tu to actor banega." I was like, where? I don't even speak Hindi properly at that time, and I was never into it. Somehow I got
speak it properly now.
Yeah, but Raki say English should when I have to. In films, I'm fine.
Of course, you're more than fine. Actually, I'm
Thank
just
you,
pulling your leg.
So I got, when you're somewhere like a VJ and on TV, you get called for audition. So I got called for this audition. I went for it, and the thing was to go to London for London Dreams. I never looked at it as a launch or anything. It was just a supporting role. I was getting to go to London for 1.5 months. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And Salman Khan and Ajay Devgan and all that. I was like, it'll be cool. Let's do it. I'm playing a guitarist, so I was in that zone. And then Vipul sir gave me action replay and Guzarish. It all just came one after the other. And then I realized, I preferred that to being a VJ. I said, this is a more interesting job. First of all, it pays better.
More paying one.
Yeah, more paying one. And secondly, as a VJ, you are a heightened version of yourself. Hey guys, welcome to the show, this, that. It's me. But as an actor, somewhere you feel like
you're a different character in every film.
In every film, which I found more enticing. And now this is all I want to do. But it was not a planned thing at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So you never nursed a desire, an ambition that one day I shall become a star or a film star. It was never like that.
I never felt like there was any place in the industry for me. I never felt like where I would fit in. Before Ashiki, I had never done a lead role also. But I could never understand, what kinds of roles would I fit in this industry. So Ashiki actually more than anything gave me the confidence in myself to say that, okay, you do fit in somewhere. And you can play this romantic lead and in this kind of film and find
it's very strange. You started out as one of the actors with two big actors, Salman Khan and Ajay Devgan. And then you had a solo blockbuster, Ashiki 2. After which you also did supporting roles. So you didn't think that now that I've arrived as a main lead, I should say no to other films. I should only concentrate.
Of Ye Jawani?
Ye Jawani.
So Ye Jawani had actually signed before Ashiki.
Okay.
So I had signed Ye Jawani and I finished already 2 schedules. And then they were casting Ashiki. It just so happened that Ashiki released before Ye Jawani.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe I probably wouldn't have not done Ye Jawani. I'm very happy to have done that film. I'm saying after Ashiki I wouldn't have signed
it.
Yeah. But it's so funny that I might not have been signed for Ashiki if I didn't do Ye Jawani, because Mohit actually saw some pictures of me from the Ye Jawani photo shoot, look test.
And that is how you...
And he had never seen me. He had only seen me as this, with this big hair. He said, once he saw me with that short hair, he said, if I never saw those Ye Jawani stills, I would have never cast you for Ashiki. So, everything happens for a reason.
Aditya, if I were to ask you the best thing about being a star and the worst thing about being a star.
The best thing about being a star is not waiting in a restaurant to get a table, maybe. One of the good things. There are many actually, I would say. Worst thing, maybe people already creating their impression of what you are before you have even said hello to them. They create an idea of what you have to be, and sometimes you have to break. You know what I mean? There are people having preconceived notions about your personality.
That has gotten you in an embarrassing position ever?
No, it's just tough because people then just don't treat you in a normal way. They treat you sometimes extra special, or they're not really talking normally. So
you don't get to see the real side of them?
Yeah, you don't. They don't, yeah.
Okay, we have a round of rapid fire questions for you. These 5 questions you have to answer only in yes or no.
Achha. Maybe? No, there's no maybe.
No maybe at all. Did success go to your head after Ashiki 2?
I would like to say no.
Do you regret anything you've done in life?
Yes.
Name one of them.
No.
I'll break my rule.
You said only yes, sir.
Smart. Have you paid for a publicity stunt?
No.
Have you been a possessive boyfriend?
Yes.
Will you go back to your ex?
Exes. There are a few. No.
Over and done with?
No, yes, maybe. You never say never.
Never say never. Okay. And now these are questions where you have to answer in one word, no explanations. Okay. Only one word.
Okay.
A senior actor on whom you have a crush?
A senior actor. Priyanka Chopra?
Vidya Balan, the sister-in-law, or Vidya Balan, the friend?
Both.
Shraddha or Pariniti?
But what? You're talking about both. How will
you can't be both.
How can you choose?
No.
No, sir.
No, not allowed. Not
give
allowed.
me third option.
No. Shraddha or Pariniti?
Shraddha.
Okay. Who is your fitur currently?
Myself.
And now these are questions, what ifs. So you can elaborate. What if you were a cricketer today?
Oh, I would be in the playing 11 if I was a cricketer. I really believe that's one of my regrets actually.
Really?
Stopping to play. I believe I was.
So if you weren't an actor, you would probably have been a cricketer.
Yeah, I think
wow. So we would cheer for you in any way.
Yes.
What if you had to romance a male actor? Who would you choose?
Probably Ranbir Kapoor.
Ranbir Kapoor, okay. What if you were Siddharth Roy Kapur, your brother?
If I was Siddharth Roy Kapur, I would get on a diet.
What if you had not quit television?
What if I had not quit television? Then I would have missed out on a lot of fun career in acting, which would have been quite sad. But you never know. Maybe I would have.
Maybe you would have shown there more.
Yeah.
Aditya, it has been great talking to you. Thank you for being on the show. And we've got a small certificate for you.
Okay. Passed.
Yes.
Like
So here's the certificate from our team.
Wow. Arey wow.
Thank you. And as a token of our love, entire team's love, we've got a small hamper for you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank
it was
you for
a
having me.
pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So in Hindi, as they say, you're Lukha currently.
Currently. In more ways than one.
Curly haired guys don't become heroes in
That's
Bollywood, you know.
I learned the hard way after 3 films with an afro.
So you went straight to the saloon.
Yeah.